I dated 8 guys at once. They all saw me as a substitute, but I didn't care. As long as the money kept coming, they were all my darlings. Later, they discovered each other's existence, and they were furious. I'm a master of time management. I've been dating 8 guys simultaneously for 3 months. None of them have discovered the other's existence. They all think they're the one I love most. They often feel troubled and annoyed by my affection towards them, and they've repeatedly warned me to know my place and not harbor unrealistic hopes. Ha! The only unrealistic hopes I have are for their money. My first boyfriend, Jack Thompson, is a wealthy CEO, but he's quite high maintenance. He likes to roleplay office scenarios. Every date, he requires me to wear a white dress and pretend to be his secretary. During lunch breaks, I even have to play the piano for him. He's so pretentious, but his combination of stupidity and wealth is irresistible. For our lunch date today, I followed his instructions. I wore a white dress, light makeup, and long straight hair as I waited in his office. When he returned from a meeting, he frowned immediately. He looked at me, his substitute, with disgust. Trying to imitate her appearance won't change anything. You still can't compare to a single hair on her head. I smiled politely, as long as you're happy. This idiot is so dramatic, isn't this exactly what he asked for? Hearing my response, his gaze grew even colder. Who knows what he imagined in his head? He said to me, I've warned you before, don't fall for me. I'll only ever love her. All right, I get it. You have your true love. I pinched myself, walked to the piano with reddened eyes, and played an awkward tune for him. Halfway through, he stood up angrily. Looking disappointed, he said, this is unbearable. As expected, no matter how similar a fake may look, it's still fake. He left in the middle of our date. At the same time, $200,000 was deposited into my account. I wiped away fake tears and called out to his retreating back, Jack Thompson, I don't want your dirty money. As expected, he turned back with a look of disgust. He said coldly, remember, there will only ever be a financial relationship between us. Then he angrily transferred another $500,000 to me. Oh wow, how rebellious. I like it. After parting with Jack, I rushed to meet the next one. With 8 men to juggle, even a time management expert like me stays quite busy. My second boyfriend, Ethan Brooks, is a university professor. Today he asked me out shopping. At the mall, he picked out dozens of outfits and had me try them on one by one. I spent the whole afternoon changing clothes, exhausted, but I still forced a sweet smile and said, Ethan, are all these clothes for me? You're so good to me. I love every piece. I happily reached out to hold his arm, but he stood up abruptly, his face darkening as he avoided my hand. He frowned and said with disgust, I've told you before, I hate anyone but her touching me. Then he checked his watch and asked the staff to pack up all the clothes. He said to me, I have to go. I've transferred you some money, buy whatever clothes you like, but don't buy anything matching hers. I hate seeing others wear the same clothes as her, and don't message or call me unnecessarily. I'm very busy. With that, he turned and left. At the same time, $200,000 was deposited into my account. Yes, all 8 of my boyfriends are the same. Although they pay me to date them, we just eat, chat, and shop together. They're determined to save their purity for their true loves. They won't even let me touch their hands. This is exactly how I like it. After Ethan left, I checked my schedule. My next appointment was at 7 p.m. with boyfriend number 3, Ryan Chin, a nouveau riche guy who wears giant gold chains and fur coats. His face isn't bad, but his taste is terrible. Ryan was tired of being a backup option. Today he offered me $1 million to have dinner with him and his crush. When I arrived, he asked me, you know what to do later, right? Considering the $1 million paycheck, I nodded obediently. After this job, I'll have enough savings to retire and get out of here. I